Yes, welcome viewers to this channel. I know that it is 2023, and this 2023 we are coming up with a very big event, and that is unlocking your financial limit. Year 2023. The question tonight I have that is
Dr.
K.L. Dixon, and today we will be sharing what is coming in that event. Don't miss that event. It is 24th, that is Fort Poto, and 28th, Bundubujo. So, without going too far, we are going to look at what does it really take for someone to unlock his financial limit. He's an entrepreneur, he's a business person, and a mentor. Dr. K.L., that position, you know, becoming a doctor, some others could be asking, is it a clinical doctor? It's time he can talk to us. Pastor K.L. Dixon, we are highly excited to have you in this show, in this seminar, and of course the coming seminar. That's what we are saying. And of course you are one of the selected main speakers of that event.
Thank you. Thank you.
We really value.
Thank you. Greetings to our viewers and listeners. This is rather a very unique thing in my professionalism, but something that we need to attach to what we are doing in order to survive and prosper this country. I appreciate Bwana Ignatius for your question. How the first, if I understood it very well, is how do we get into business? How do we do a successful business? The first thing is to have a plan and a proposal. And this plan and proposal must be based on realities, not theories.
Reality?
Not theories. Because every time you think through a business, there are a lot of things that you will not think through. You need to have started small and then grow small. That means
grow small or grow big?
You start small and grow line by line, step by step, and finally all the challenges that come into your growth, you have already taken care of them. One of the dangerous things today, people have got big thoughts, but they don't know how to start them small.
Is it what keeps them not to start?
People start. Actually, Uganda has a record that we are the largest people with ideas in the whole world. We start more businesses, more than even the United States of America. The new businesses and ideas that starts. However, the businesses that die in Uganda are the largest even in the whole world.
Where do we attribute this failure?
It is because of poor planning, at times emotions into starting that are not well appropriated. Then at the end of the day, you realize that there are a lot of unthought gaps.
You can estimate what is coming in the seminar. I think I'm starting getting the vibe to attend and become part of this.
Yes.
Of this seminar.
Yes.
Yes. You've talked about start and fail.
Yes, exactly. The reason of start and fail is you just got excited into what to do, but you never gauged when was the right time to start. And some people also have the money to start. But however, there are a lot of unforeseen things that they never looked into. They never looked at the time when this business is supposed to grow. Some people think you start on Monday and their profits on Tuesday. And it's some few months you are going to be investing in time and money without any profits when the business is growing. And later to start bringing in the money. So if you started with only the money to start with, definitely within 3 months you'll be out of business.
So what should someone do? Somebody
should plan at the time when he's using his former cash flow to sustain the business. Until
cash flow?
Yes, until such a time when this business will begin to produce money. And in fact, when you look at the banks do not look at how much money you are expecting in your business. They look at how much money you are currently making in order to be able to service a loan. Because this business you are starting has a probability of either succeed or fail. So should the bank now do what? The bank should base on your current income.
Well, Doctor, I know that we are just bringing insights of what is going to be coming in the other big event.
Exactly.
Do you think COVID left down some effects on business?
Exactly. Exactly. COVID caused a very big problem to the businesses worldwide. You hear when you're watching BBC, you realize that all these big countries are trying to work out a way how they can bring the businesses back. There's a lot of inflation, even in the United States, even in the UK, and all other nations. So is what we are Uganda is affected of also. So how do we handle this? The easiest way to handle this would have been if the banks like Uganda Development Bank had money to recapitalize these collapsing businesses. However, just like they have problems in America, in the UK, so even the Uganda government has a problem recapitalizing, because they may not have enough money to recapitalize every business.
I think some more light about capitalizing
is to go and borrow and get money to kickstart your business.
Go and borrow
and kickstart your business, if it is possible. But where it's not possible, you have to recapitalize yourself.
How?
What you do, you have to look at what you used to make out of business before we go to the pandemic. Then look at one of your things. Go either look at a piece of land or look at a house, sell it, knock off.
Won't someone think I'm losing my assets because of maybe of debts?
If you don't lose your assets earlier, you will lose them later when the bank comes for them. If you don't lose them earlier, then you will lose them later with inflation, actually with added value. That's why you have to think quickly. Draw a step back and try to either to lose, or if you have a chain of businesses, go to another bank with a juicy cash flow. They give you some big amount, pay off everybody, and they strengthen your business and start all over. Because the more you delay to do that, the more you're getting into red line. And when you get into red line, they'll sell your things without your consent, because
and that will be the worst.
And that will be the worst. And also you must understand, these banks people are not thieves. They are also having savers' money. And the savers, they did not tell them that they are not getting any saving interest during the 2 years. So the savers are very good, they're expecting their money. And the banks are working for the savers. So you either pay the bank, or the bank comes for your property to sell it and pay themselves. So the earlier you do it, the better.
Unlock your financial limit. Those are the discussions.
Exactly.
And the doctor is just trying to make us understand some of the things. Because I've seen, yes, well, many I've seen comments. People have been asking me so many things about this, that the rich are finding hard moments.
Oh yes, oh yes.
In both in either business, in life, because the effects of COVID seem not to have ended.
Because when you look at the businesses in Uganda, so the businesses in the whole world, we are all depending on borrowing. So that means if we had 2 years of not paying what we borrowed, that put us in a very hot soup. And that hot soup is not a problem of the government, it's not a problem of the bank. Actually, it's not our own problem. So it's a problem that has befell all of us. But now the loser is not the bank, the loser is not the government, the loser will be you if you don't take care of yourself earlier than later.
I think this is a bit hard.
Yes.
For some people to understand this, but we must accept that there is reality.
Exactly.
If you are doing something, we want to be more real.
Exactly. Exactly. But in a business, even when you are going into business, one of the things you must expect are losses. Because if you go in without that idea of making losses, then it's not a business.
When you go into business without
thinking about losses, then it's not a business.
What could it be?
Because when these losses comes, then you are affected in a very negative way. And yet when you expected them, you take care of them. In fact, in the real theory of starting a business, you are taking a risk.
That is the first thing.
You're taking a risk. In fact, that's why in developed countries, when you're doing a business for the first time, you also buy a financial insurance for it. So that in case you make some mistakes, there's an insurance that will take care of your losses.
I've seen some of the businesses you've done, and they are doing well.
Yes.
That's why we selected you to be one of the key speakers
Yes.
in this very event.
Yes.
Because we believe that there is a lot that we need to learn from you.
Yes.
There is a lot that we can learn from you.
Yes.
I've seen Life FM, I've seen Boulevard, I've seen King of Kings. All these are institutions.
Circles.
Were they also affected during lockdown?
We were heavily affected. Actually, when COVID-19 started, we had a loan amount of about 400 million, which actually later turned into about 700 million. So imagine you are not making business for the last 24 months and your loans are increasing to about 700 million. So Boulevard was not working because it was hospitality business. Nobody was coming there. Schools were closed. When the schools and the hotels are closed, then the radios are there only to sing songs to comfort people.
That's what it takes to be an entrepreneur, guys. I feel the real ideas,
exactly.
What entrepreneurs pass. I normally say that entrepreneurs touch that hard.
Exactly.
They make those hard decisions. Being an entrepreneur, that's why in my book, I wrote about normal versus abnormal person.
Exactly.
That normal people don't exceed in business. You have to be abnormal to exceed in business.
Exactly. Now, what was a profit expectation turned into a deficit expectation. Now, how do we handle this? The earlier, the better. How long does the school going to take to pay 700 million? Those will be years.
It takes time.
How is it going to take for Boulevard to be able to pay? It takes time. So what we have to think right are two things. One, do we have a bank that can look at what we are getting now with the cash flow from even any other business and give us some money? Yes. Actually, that's what we have done.
And that is, that is, now, what is this the advice one would say that you can give to someone who's finding it hard at this very time, at this very moment? Because we have businesses that are really going down. The curve has now moved from this moving this side, this way, now to move this way. What could be the advice?
Now, there are two things. If you steal the little that is remaining, put it together and develop a cash flow, which would be actually sound to the presence of the bank. Let the bank approve it and give you some money. The first thing you do is not to put money into your business first. First, pay everybody and you remain with one bank. That bank will understand you when you delay, will understand you when you pay on time. And secondly, if you don't that option, everything that was remaining had gone. You only now have assets that are not producing money. Those assets have turned into liabilities. That means you are the one to service them. Open up your eyes and sell one of them.
If it comes on 24th, that is 24th February 2023, we'll be live streaming, and all you need is to have data and keep yourself, book the reserve that time. The discussion, the learning, I am sure, I personally am so much excited and willing to learn from very many people. We have so many other speakers, but Pastor K.L. Dixon is going to be one of the keynote speakers, and of course, he's an elder. We believe in him, his ideas, and you've seen what is coming. If you just reserve that time, and much more, you will find it in the seminar. For now, Pastor Dixon, we just request that maybe in 2, 1, 2, 3 words.
Thank you very much. See you there, and God bless you.
Amen.